welcome to Nick's video where I'll be reviewing Insomnia by Skepta, Young Ads and Chip. So, this review is split into 5 categories: lyricism, production, replayability, diversity and Nick's stamp of approval. Each category will be marked between 1 to 10, with 10 being the perfect score. So if you get 50 overall, that means you've got a perfect album, and yeah, we'll see how many 50s I throw around. So after each category, I'll put forward a song that represents that category the best. So for production, I've given it a 7 out of 10. This is because these are 3 different artists from the UK scene that have very different sounds. So for example, Skepta and Chip are very lyrical and are very rap focused, while Young Ads and D Block Europe as group as a whole are very auto-tune and melodic. So that's 2 different sounds, but on this album they complement each other so much because the production behind each song is so great that it doesn't feel like it's one artist featuring another. It just feels cohesive. It feels the all-on-one track where they're laying their own little segments on it rather than Chip's jumping on Young Ads' track or Skepta's jumping on Chip's track. It all just sounds it's just very smooth. For me, the best tracks with the best production behind them is either Mic Check or Saint Tropez.
Yeah, je m'appelle Jamal, these women love my fast way. Body language, women hair, no speed, no anglais. Size 0 model, something she ain't eating all day. I got something she can yam on if she want an entree. I still love my hood, bitch, I never change.
Because they're both really easy to listen to tracks, and the flowing and the interchange between all the artists is just very good and very seamless. But I'm leaning more towards Saint Tropez because of what sounds like a Mia, Paper Planes sample, and I was a massive fan of that track, so yeah, I'll just give it the nod over Mic Check just for me. Next up is lyricism. Lyricism, it was for me a 6 out of 10 because I didn't really go into this project expecting to be blown away by massive lyrics where words you're just there thinking about it, you're in your zone. I went into really thinking about a vibe, going into it and having fun. Something you can just drive to the shop to where you don't really have to think too much, just enjoy the vibes of it, just enjoy the ride, man. So I gave it a 6 out of 10 because lyrical content is not what I go to D Block Europe and Young Ads for. That's just not their style for me. It's just their style is what I'm going there is for the vibes and for the waves and just have a good time really. And this is what Young Ads gave us, and it's what it gave us on this album as well. As Chip said in an interview with Apple, most of these tracks were laid down in just off the top of the dome, probably in one take, very quick sessions where, of course, you got to understand these artists are very talented, so they've always got their mind is always just spinning with creativity and new songs. So yeah, to be fair, you could tell because there's not too much depth behind some of the lyrics, so you just have to kind of take it face value and just enjoy the songs. But in terms of lyrical content, I would say Chip held his own because he was probably the best out of the 3 because he's just so naturally talented that even when it doesn't feel like he's trying, it still comes out just wavy, man. It just comes out so good where compared to other rappers who have to keep going to their craft, this is a guy who's been in the game for decades, man, and he's someone who just knows how to write a song, whether it's quick or short. For me, High Road is the most lyrical song in the project.
Queen T, still the steez so exquisite. I got nothing to prove, these niggas know I did it. Been a top boy before I ever wrote a lyric.
I spend all my guns, I own a lot of them. Ain't touch the screen yet, bed still on the scene, I bet. I spend all my guns.
Project where each artist look like they've thought about what they're writing down rather than just going with the flow or letting the production do most of the work. High Road is where they're talking about their own experiences, and you can really feel it with them sharing their own personal stories. And I gotta give a major shout out to Young Ads here. I might say that he's not the best lyrically, but he does, when it does like settle in and want to deliver that message of how he came up and how he feels and what the reasoning behind his lifestyle is, he really does go deep into it, and it does paint a really clear picture that you can imagine a young boy from London relating to, or a young boy from anywhere really, So going on to diversity now, I gave it a 6 out of 10 with 3 different artists coming from the London background where it's very heavily influenced by grime and rap. It's very easy to sound repetitive, but that's not what they've done, but they still kept their original style and their original flow in each track. So really, yeah, why fix what's not broken? This is what's got them so far to the level that they are, and long may it continue. Well, on tracks like Golden Brown, it's evident that they do try to mix it up a bit by putting Skepta on the hook. I posted young Adges on most of the hooks throughout the project. Rightly so as well, because he's very good on hooks. But hearing Skepta on the hook was different, and then he just brought a different element because this track was very much slowed down. It was almost in an R&B feel, just a chilled vibe, and yeah, it was just great, man. So, but talking to the R&B front, if there was actual genuine vocals, for example, like a female, maybe Ella May on the track or Georgia Smith, anyone really, and there was an actual consensus to make this an R&B track, just one more of them tracks, and this would have got bumped up to a 7 or 8 for me. We're just missing something completely left field. Like I said, Golden Brown is a track that I like very much on this Insomnia project. It's a track.
Yeah, the boys are back in town. She's addicted to the melanin. Golden brown. It's funny how the tables turn around. She told me to leave, she's missing me now. Operator, turn up.
Project. It's a track that really got to me from first listen, and I'm not sure whether it's the message behind the melanin love that I like, and also just the appreciation of yourself and loving yourself and who you are really, and the people around you. It's just a great track, man. For me, it's my favourite track of the album, and yeah, just what represents the diversity in this album the most, because it sounds completely different to all the other tracks that we hear throughout. On to the next one, it's Replayability. So how long into the future can I see myself listening to this project once more? And to be honest, I've gave this a 5 because I really can't. The standout tracks that maybe I'll go back to, but as a project from back to front, in a year's time, I can't really see myself listening to this track. Because whilst all of these artists have their own very, very highly replayable tracks in their own discography, but this whole album as a whole, mixtape as a whole, it's not something I will go back to in a year's time. I just know myself, and that's not really something I would do, because whilst you have a few tracks like Golden Brown again that I would definitely go back to and listen and keep on playlists for years to come, a lot of it sounds very samey and very generic, and in a week or two's time, this same sound, this same song, I feel like could be replicated, and that's just my honest opinion. So for me, my recommended track for this category in terms of replayability, it is Golden Brown, because Golden Brown is the best track for me on the album, and it's a track that I will definitely be replaying in the future. But Ways and Mains are definitely 2 tracks that I can see myself playing at a pre-drinks once we're allowed to go outside and socialise again. And maybe in the car just driving somewhere, or going to the gym actually. At a gym, really, like a lot of these tracks will be very good at the gym. But gym playlists are always updating. So again, in terms of replayability in the future, it's going to be Golden Brown. So for the last category, we are on Nick's stamp of approval. And my stamp of approval is a 7 out of 10. It's very good for what it is, because it's a spring drop that we just got out of nowhere, and to keep us entertained during this quarantine time, it's perfect because you can just chill, vibe to it, play some Xbox to it, relax to it. Well, not read a book to it, but just relax, man, in general, and just enjoy the new music that we've got whilst we're not really doing much. I gave it 31 out of 50 overall, which is very good. It's above average. It's near to the top of the ranking, So yeah, do you agree with my ratings, or have you got your own? Let me know in the comments below. Was I too harsh? Was I too lenient in some parts? And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And yeah, peace out.